Good morning, afternoon or evening, and welcome to another Tom 0AD Live. We're just waiting for Ivalo Isanov to connect, albeit he's not one of the players. And while we wait for that, let's have a quick introduction as to who is playing. So we have Decger, Decger, this guy in the red playing as the Romans in the north. And we also have playing as the Ptolemies in the south, Stockfish. I would imagine that Stockfish would win this. He's over 300 rating points ahead, and on top of that, he's got the Ptolemies, who I think are a fantastic faction. But let's wait and see. Hopefully someone will kick Ivalo Isanov, because yes, he has been kicked, and so the game should begin. Nope, it's going now.
Yeah, see?
Oh, that should say Vamos. So let's have a look. He's done. Yeah, this is basically the same build order that I would have as the Ptolemies. The men come out, start building houses, order 6 women, get the other women off gathering gathering berries. The thing that I do actually like to do quite early with them is to get a load of skirmishes. So if you can get, I think, 4 skirmishes, then by the time those 4 skirmishes are spawned, your camel will have gathered enough food for you to have 6, to then spawn 6 women. So let's see what's happening in the north now. This isn't promising. I had a load of people doing nothing there. He's gone immediately. We've got 4 women doing that. There are a couple of little tigers around, so be careful for those. So he's not got any of the upgrades, but he's immediately gone for. He's got a load of idle villagers. Yeah, 2 women there idle. Needs to stop that. Cannot afford to have idle time whatsoever. Also, yeah, he's producing 3 at a time, so that's actually not too bad. What's this guy called? Relive Childhood. Let's see. Okay, he doesn't have any inactive people. Again, he's started actually to send more people over to get berries, which is smart. And no upgrade. Berry upgrade. Does he have additional berries? Because he doesn't. He's not aware of any additional berries, so it's odd to get the thing that late in the day. If you already collected half the berries, then you're not. By the time it actually starts to take effect, it's probably not going to do anything. Okay, is he still? How many people does he have building? He's carrying on with 4 people building per house, and he has 2 women here building a house, and he's got 1 woman there building this. So he's not. Well, he has produced those 4, whatever they're called, 4 skirmishers. And where is this woman off to? For the additional berry. Wow, 2 sets of additional berries. He's really lucked out as well. That couldn't have gone much better in terms of the map generation for Stockfish. He is very well done, very well there, and there's some peacocks here that he can hunt, which would be particularly useful. Over here there's some more peacocks, so there's plenty to food. But the fact that there's these 2 additional groups of berries, interesting. He hasn't got the berry upgrade, even though he does have additional berries, whereas the other player hasn't gone for it, has gone for it while he doesn't have additional upgrades. So he's managing to get plenty of houses going. It's strange, he's got plenty of wood as well, so it would be, for me, it's a bit of a no-brainer actually to get that upgrade. He is going to need to start collecting metal quite early, due to Ptolemies having mercenary skirmishers, but he's already 8 people ahead. Let's have a look at. He needs to rework his wood and food gathering. They're not, they're not properly balanced at this point. He's got a barracks coming up. That for me is too early. He doesn't, although maybe not actually. The food economy. What does he have? A fourth field on the way. He needs to get this house up, and he actually, what's he producing? He could do with probably, to be honest, at this point, while you're a long way from getting there and you've got stuff coming here, probably just get another house up. But it would be useful to put it maybe in this spot here, just so that if you do have some more fields coming further out, there's somewhere for them to garrison if necessary. He was scouting, he's now stopped, but he's getting the first farming upgrade and he's getting the wood gathering upgrade, which will be a big benefit. Both players have got pretty good populations at this point, so yeah, it's going pretty well on the whole. You've got a transition here. He did get the berry upgrade at some point, but he's got plenty of berries. That's been such an advantage for him. Also, using the bonus, you'll notice this little mallet thing over the top of the, like a bucket with a mallet or whatever. Anyway, that just means that they're currently collecting slightly more quickly because they have a female citizen with them. So although she gathers the resources more slowly, they all go more quickly overall. So let's see what Decger, Decger, I don't know what he can see, and he's just got into Stockfish's territory, and Stockfish is collecting the whatever they're called. But Lodbrog's just pointed out, there have been no rushes, and that's true. That is an interesting development, because the camel archers can be absolutely lethal if you can get a lot of them, and you can get a lot of them. Equally, these Roman cavalry can be absolutely brilliant. If he was to make that guy go and chase into these, he could easily kill all 4 of those women quite quickly. Or these guys. It's quite strange actually, because he's allowed Stockfish to continue collecting food out of the front of his base while he's completely... these women are not defended whatsoever. He could have taken all of them. So Lodbrog's saying that Decger is slow. He's not super slow. He's not quick, don't get me wrong. But he did have that period where he was housed, and I think, and he's going to be housed again if he's not careful. He's got, how long is there on this house? 10 seconds. So yeah, he could have been producing something from there and needs to produce a bit more quickly. This group of women here, I don't think is well enough defended. They could be vulnerable, whereas it's not going to do splitting the women up so that they're in a better, or there's more possibility for them to be defended. But that said, there's been no rushes so far. Had there been, there's groups of undefended women villagers everywhere, ripe for the picking. So he's got now he's transitioning to fields, which he will have 4 of very shortly. He's also trying to get his house building really moving. He's up to 130 pop, 135 now. And he's collecting a lot of stone. It's interesting that he is, because I'm not sure what he needs it for at this stage. He hasn't already gone to phase 2, has he? Oh, he's going to phase 2. Okay, fair enough then. I should have seen that just up in the top right here. So, from that perspective, go for it. It's important to get yourself some of those things. So, having a population of 106 after just over 8 minutes and already be at phase 2 is pretty decent. Performance, the share is 15 or so population behind. But interestingly, this has all been done. He's only just built it. He's getting a barracks, a blacksmith, and it looks like he might be if we go back to Stockfish here, he could be attempting to get a very, very quick phase 3. And maybe that's his plan. So he's collecting here with a few people. He's collecting there with a reasonable number, and he hasn't got either of the mineral collection upgrades, but he does have the first wood collection upgrade. So looking from the point of view here of, well, we just witnessed the death of a tiger, but what's going to happen here? Another barracks? They need to take out this camel. The camel's going to get good. Sorry, wrong person. So the camel is running away, but has got a bit of intelligence as to what's happening there. So this side, he knows, is not well defended. We've got another house going up. So with the barracks coming now, he will be able to start producing at an even faster rate. But he's had quite a lot of idle time, so which isn't good. It's interesting that he's not producing at all from this barracks, despite having plenty of resources to do so. Could get a load of, well, anything spearmen, sword, or not spearmen actually, because he's not got to phase 2. But it's like he's determined to only produce 7 at a time. Okay, now he's starting to really motor and get that population going. So that's good. We've got one phase 2 building, another tower here. Has he got a market? Is this a market going up? It is indeed. That leaves just a temple from the main phase 2 buildings that you get revealed at phase 2. Which says he's producing a couple of skirmishes there. I wonder how close he is. He's 4 more. Oh, wait a minute. Is this from everyone? It doesn't need 4 town phase building. Remaining. Sorry, misread it there. Yeah, only 1. That makes more sense. So he's collecting a thing, but because he's producing these the skirmishes, he's using a lot of the metal that he's gathering. But he's now in a position to do it once he just builds one more building. Is this the building? Second blacksmith. I quite like that as a tactic. The second blacksmith allows you to, once you really get going, get your upgrades really, really quickly, because you can be researching 2 upgrades concurrently. Presumably now he'll wait till phase 3, get the library, which reduces the cost of the upgrades, and then start smashing through the upgrades. Is he phase 2? He's still not at phase 2. This could be really, really quite bad news for Decger. I don't know. But for Decger, Decger, whatever, him, and this is strange decision. He's collecting stone and metal, all while he's at phase 1. So unless he's thinking he's going to suddenly smash his way into phase 3 pretty much instantaneously, which even if he wanted to do that, that would require him to have some towers, and he has started producing those. So he can now put these sentry towers up and then immediately upgrade them to defense towers once he gets to phase 2. But looking at things, I think, to be honest, the game may well be over by then. So he's getting metal so he can get his swordsman, which is interesting decision. But Stockfish has gone straight to phase 3. You can see it's looking grim now for Decger. He has to at least get to phase 2, because all of Stockfish's soldiers, if we take an example here, you'll see that his pikemen have got I think it's a 20% followed by a 10% upgrade, which means that their health is now 132, whereas his swordsmen, who are the equivalent, let's see if we can find one of those, are still on 100 health. So really important. He is going to phase 2. He's got this tower. This will take well over, it's going to take sort of a minute and a half to upgrade. This one will take just over a minute and a half as well. We've got a market, so that gives him 2 buildings. There's a field going out there, and his blacksmith means that he should be able to get himself to phase 3 pretty quickly after that. Has he got the resources to do it? He does. He's got plenty in terms of his resources. Interesting that Stockfish still hasn't made an attack. He could really have like ploughed on and really got himself moving. Where's the library? Oh, he's got a I forgot what these things called, like a military colony. That's pretty helpful. It's given him access to this additional stuff here, the metal and the stone. But the other thing is it gives him swordsmen, and if you're playing anyone that has rams, then it's actually critical that you get this building as Ptolemy, so you can get your swordsmen out, because they are the only thing that you've got, other than if you want to use elephants, which are incredibly expensive and also incredibly vulnerable to range attacks from your enemy. Right, I hope there's some action coming at some point. I would have expected Stockfish to move out. So there's this area over here with a couple of things of metal, some stone. I would have thought he could have moved into that direction. We've got a second, to be honest, unnecessary civic centre coming in there. Not sure what the purpose of that is. He's going into phase 3. He's got his market. Isn't producing from this barracks. Isn't producing from this barracks, and that is something that is that's unforgivable. It's just not good enough. You have to be producing from these things consistently. What he's producing now, I'm not quite sure what this civic centre is all about. It's given him access over or it's given him a little bit more land, but it hasn't really done anything of any huge consequence. I would have thought that he could have put that much further away. What have we got here? Okay, so we've got a tower. He's going to try and defend himself, or defend some woodcutters here, but I feel like that civic centre could have come further away and done something a bit more useful. What does he have in terms of... So we've got 8 currently idle things, where Stockfish has 4. Let's go and find them. They're just stood by a thing here. But we have a second military colony going up, which further enhances territory, but has no one built a fortress yet. Ah, finally we have a fortress going up over here. And he's got the upgrades on there. He has started getting upgrades, but he hasn't built the library. So, well, he's paying full price for his upgrades, which is, it's his prerogative, do what he wants, but he could have got those more cheaply with the library, unless there is a library here and I just don't see it. He's also got his camel, is perfectly healed now. What's this going up over here? We've got another military colony, and they're going to try and get a sort of a flank attack. Decger can see this, and he does have actually not that many soldiers there, and this is not going to take that long to put up. So unless he's going to start getting into it quickly, he's got his fortress, so he can. Oh gosh! Now here he goes. Now that is a reasonable number of people that will start to get. I don't think Stockfish is going to be able to get that up now. If he's going to attempt to fight this, then that's not a good thing. If he could pull his troops together, he's split them into 2 groups. What do we have here? Another tower. So that's been denied. He's given up on that, but interesting play here that he's not destroyed this. In doing so, by not taking out the military colony, he doesn't give Stockfish the resources back. And Oh, good. So let's have a look and see how many of each there are. So it's not. There's similar numbers in each. I would have thought they would try and produce or get the towers a bit further out. Is he going producing rams or anything like that? He's getting his hero, which is a good idea. We've got the hero here. The Ptolemy hero, Ptolemy the Saviour, is I think just brilliant. Gives you money off all your mercenaries, and he's an elephant. That's it. Just think, is there anything else he does? Yeah. Oh, and he also makes your build and repair rate faster. I wasn't even aware of that. I've never been something that's particularly bothered me. Just the fact that I know that I can get skirmishers and swordsmen at a fraction of the cost is enough for me. I've got another group of people here. I don't know quite what's happening. Oh, they're getting into the tower, but there were enough of them they could have fought back. And so it's strange that they haven't. So we've got 2 attacks going on. We've got a guy. We've got that hero is now here. But let's follow this. We've got our first piece of what do you call? Oh god, they need to really start getting the elephant, and they could. He just needs a load of skirmishers. Skirmish will take down the elephant in no time. And lo and behold, he provides a load of skirmishers. And you'll see he's going to. They find it very hard to get away as well. So he's making a run for it. What do we have over here? Another military colony coming, and there's a handful of skirmishers who are not going to be able to deny that. I mean, they're continuing to throw, but they're going to be killed quite shortly. What's he got coming? So he has his catapult. It's also this guy has been just causing issues. I'm pretty sure. What are these guys? Ah, wow! An entrenched army camp. That is an excellent addition to his thing, and Stockfish is totally unaware, so that's absolutely brilliant. Needs to make sure that once that's complete, that is garrisoned. But the main battle is coming over here. So you got the one catapult though, and the one catapult is not going to take this down. Or, well, just I say that. They look like. Where's his fortress? It doesn't appear to be producing anything else. Yeah, he can't get his whatever you call it, replenish his soldiers. Okay, so that's. They need to take out this other swordsman, but if they can just hold the catapult can take these, provide a lot of covering fire for these guys. But he's moved his catapult away, and this is still not up there. What's he got coming in here? He needs to get. So he could just get a couple of rams coming through there. Now that's in such a good position. He's done really, really well, and a couple of rams there would be absolutely superb. Especially as the battle's going on here, I think there would be. This is good, assuming that's unpacking, which it is. This is good use of catapults. One covers the other. So if you put them too close together, then if they have a group of soldiers running towards them, they can't actually stop. They're not able to fire, so they don't protect one another. Whereas by positioning them further apart, they can. Let's look at from the observer's perspective. What do we have? So Decger is behind in population. They're going to make sure he doesn't get this fortress up. He's trying to heal his soldiers. He does have another fortress though, and he's produced 6 bolt shooters. That is an interesting idea. Do we have still not producing anything from this army camp? That to me is, I think that's not a particularly good idea. He needs to get these guys replenished. Doing what Stockfish has done here in his own territory, maybe around here, and just producing another, getting a temple just to heal would be a very good idea. I think they might be able to... No, these guys are going to be killed. The bolt shooters, groups of bolt shooters can be fantastic in that sort of area. I don't think they're absolutely they're brilliant, but in large numbers, I've used them mostly to defend against catapults, but it's interesting that he's using them actually against soldiers. So look, he's going to... Finally some rams. I'm just going to put this on a control thing so we can see, in a control room, so we can get to there easily. Now, the two catapults are next to each other. That's not good play. They can now no longer cover one another, so that wasn't ideal. Let's have a look. Ah, he's bringing 2 rams and a further 2 rams. And from here, can we get to this one? He doesn't have... This is going to be a tough game. Where are those things? Are these? I don't know what their range is actually. Is there a way? Can you find out by clicking on it? Well, you can't now because he's just packed them up. So he's lost his catapults, but 2 rams presumably are garrisoned. Oh dear. While he's not aware, he could just take out this. Now he's got 5 elephants coming as well, but he could have just taken out his Stockfish's civic centre. Okay, the bolt shooters are moving around a lot, but not offering a great deal at this point. But bolt shooters, they are... I like them as things that... to defend catapults. I think they're really good having a bank of those right behind your catapults. But they're going to be taken out by the hero. Have a look. Yeah, he's now got 4 rams still in his entrenched army camp that Stockfish is still unaware of. Okay, but we've got some elephants coming through here, and he needs to get... Skirmishes will take them out, but he needs sufficient skirmishes, and I don't think he has enough. If we find... Yes, the rams are finally on their way. He can produce all kinds of other troops as well. He could be having so much more coming with them. And they're taking a really circuitous route. Okay, these guys, what's going to happen? This is quite a good attack. The hero's died, so he's getting the hero going again. He could be producing skirmishes from all of these buildings here, and he's producing nothing. Does he have any? He does have sufficient to do that. What are these rams doing? Okay, well the rams are going to be taken out by the elephants. That's, I think actually, that's basically the end. That was his chance, and he took too long with that. And now his rams, yeah, because if he'd just sent them in with I don't know, like 20 or 30 slingers, they might well have survived that, but he didn't. Trying to push on in the centre, but over here is where the real damage is happening. The elephants will probably be killed, particularly as his muster points seem to all be around here, basically. Okay. Yeah. Well, Lodbrok seems to think it's a good game, but let's see, the rams are all gone. He's managed to just about expel Stockfish there, but there's a large group of soldiers here. So why did Stockfish leave his houses? It was to make way for the rams. Yeah, that is interesting. I wondered why he'd done that. I wondered why he would be keen to let the rams closer to his civic centre. Yeah, relive childhood. He's right. So yeah, Decger he thinks it's a good game. I think it probably is as well. Once this army camp is found, assuming that it is by Stockfish, it's not. So he still doesn't know that it's there. He doesn't have much in the way of wood or food or anything, so he's going to do well to replenish. Yeah, but he put up a good fight for a while, I think. Oh, Stockfish deleted 100 units by mistake. No, he didn't. Oh, look at that, the cheek of it. Telling fibs, unbelievable. But here come Stockfish's army through the middle. Here comes some elephants, and they should be able to take down the fortress. It just needs. He's got plenty of skirmishes actually. Skirmishes would do a decent job here. Should take out the elephants relatively quickly. What he needs, if he could get some stuff together, he's just continuing to produce elephants though, and he's left one. It's very smart. Just left one there, which means that he's always got someone to defend against any rams sneaking around the back. However, Red, I'll just call him because I'm still not really sure how his name should be pronounced. Were Red to be there, then Red could if he were to send his rounds in, but with 20 20 skirmishers, all of a sudden it's a very different game, and he can knock down that CC. But I think looking at the volume of siege weapons, elephants, etc., then this is all looking very grim. Now he's got the one attack going on there. He's got some slingers coming in from the other side who are stopping him from gathering. His catapults are going to be destroyed if he's not careful by these elephants. Gosh, there are so many of them coming in. But let's not give up on it just yet. But I think this looks bad. He could do with getting those women either into the civic centre or at least trying to fix the civic centre. But I think he's pretty much given up. So we'll see for how much longer he goes on. There's some. It's his skirmishers, and what's this? It's his hero again, trying to cause some problems. But with no CC here, it looks quite grim for Red. He's down to half population, while Stockfish is still on about 200. Stockfish continually attacking them, moving away. Not quite sure why he's doing that, but it doesn't matter. Decger has resigned, and apologies for my pronunciation of that. I think that was probably incorrect. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. Have a enjoyable rest of your day, and I'll see you in a week or so.